Hey, welcome to episode 107 of the Awkward Tapes, podcast where awkward friends have awkward conversations about awkward things. What are you holding up this time?
I'm scared.
No,
It's a wiener dog.
When
All
Mom
right.
says we have food at home,
No, this is not the food.
It's a wiener dog with a hot dog bun around it.
Only in
so
China.
cute.
Only in China.
No, they have bats.
What's your Presley dog?
because COVID. What happens to the car if you press the brake and the accelerator at the same time? Does it take a screenshot?
Say it again? Hold
Oh
on.
my gosh.
If you press the gas and the brake at the same time, does it take a screenshot?
Gosh. Yeah, I'm sure that's what it does.
That's what it does. Yeah.
Your horn, like your car horn, goes off for some reason.
You
I
just
don't
get
know.
flashed.
It's
It cancels out. It doesn't really do anything.
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't it just like the brake activates? But
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then the car, like the RPMs go up.
yeah, the RPMs
it
go
was
up
stupid.
and you're stopped.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
it was Presley.
Hey, 3 for 4.
Is that how you get your car to do those like burnouts where it stays still but the car is spinning?
I don't know.
How did they do that?
I thought
With a
that
manual.
was. I thought either a manual or if you're not in manual, I thought it's when you put the car in park, then you slammed on the accelerator, then you
Like all at
switched
once.
it. Yeah.
And then you bring it. Yeah.
I don't know. I've never tried it, but
What's
I don't
going on
know. Maybe
over
I'm
there,
completely
Zack?
wrong.
What are you
What
doing?
are you doing?
You look so invested.
What just happened?
No, what? Nothing.
Oh, this podcast is getting worse.
I was so confused. What?
Who's gonna tell him?
Are you okay?
Yeah.
All right, so
What?
for this episode,
What?
I don't know
I don't
anymore.
know.
Roll the
What
tape.
are
I
you-
don't know what
What
happened.
are you confused about?
What just happened? I thought y'all were talking about a car parked
They were.
and
We
accelerating.
were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then y'all just started looking at me. What?
Because you were laughing at your phone. You were smiling big at your phone.
I was reading my chat GPT story.
oh my gosh,
Why did that car?
or we're doing Chat GPT stories. Oh my frick!
Oh,
What? Okay, never mind. I don't understand what just happened. I zoned out for 2 seconds and y'all were looking at me laughing.
because you were laughing at your phone.
Yeah, so
And-
we're like, oh, what does he have to share?
yeah.
You're laughing
Well,
at
we're
your
jealous.
phone,
Should've
and
just
then
asked me.
you're like, "Oh, what?" and
Anyways, we're doing Chat GPT stories, and we kind of, yeah, you'll find out. Prepare yourself for a session of awkwardness. They probably already are, though.
Yeah. They're perfect.
Alrighty, we're using Chat GPT again. First time with Presley, though. You excited for this? You wanted to do it.
Wired.
Yeah. So we put in a Chat GPT just like scenarios with, I'm assuming, us. Or is it all
Yeah.
of okay.
Yeah.
did.
We're in there
Mhm.
and just, Chat GPT put out a little thing, the story.
Yeah.
So
Well, mine involves just me and Zachary.
that's fine.
well, no,
my-
mine don't involve everybody. They just
Yeah.
involve certain people.
That's
for
how
the
a couple of
podcast.
mine are. Zach, you want to start this time?
Yeah, it doesn't have to do with any of y'all though.
Okay.
Oh, really? Okay.
All right.
Oh.
Okay. Shmev, you could be an actor. I swear to God.
Thanks.
You are so good at imitating. Just like that to me reminded me of a 50-year-old that's so excited to hear about the story you had from school. Like
Where did that come from?
Oh, that's
the
funny.
way his faces. Anyways.
Wow.
So, Chat GPT. Should I say what I put in here, or do I just read the story?
No,
Yeah,
no,
just
I
read
didn't
it.
put any inputs in like my descriptions. No.
Yeah.
Okay. Once upon a sunny day in a park in Nashville, Theo Vaughn and his best friend, Barack Obama, decide to take a break from their busy lives and enjoy the beautiful weather. And they meet at the nearby park just outside of Nissan Stadium and start walking along the lush green path, chatting about life and catching up on old times. As they strolled, they came across a group of children happily skipping and jumping rope, and they couldn't resist joining in on the fun. Theo and Barack each took a turn jumping rope with the little children and cheered them on. Afterwards, they found a grassy area and decided to skip together. At first, they felt a little self-conscious, but soon they were laughing and having the time of their lives. They skipped in unison, taking turns, leading and following, and soon they were cuddling just under a small oak tree.
What?
Cuddling.
Later, as the sun set, they skipped and they talked about their hopes and dreams for the future and the importance of finding moments of joy and playfulness in life. They reflected on the stresses and pressures of their respective careers and how important it was to take breaks and cuddle and skip and enjoy life's simple pleasures. Eventually, their skipping adventures came to an end, but the memories of their carefree afternoon in the park stayed with them for a long time.
That story was
That's so
almost
romantic.
normal up until a random cuddle.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say they're probably not friends.
Yeah. They probably don't know each other.
I just
But-
wanted to hear a story about it. I thought that
That's-
was hilarious.
What did
Oh,
you
gosh.
put to get that to
What did you
generate?
put?
Yeah.
Theo Vaughn and Barack Obama skip and cuddle in Nashville.
Emphasis on the skip.
Something like that.
It just
Emphasis on the skip.
casually threw cuddle in there.
Yes. All right,
All right,
Parsnip.
Presley.
Shmev, you're gonna have to go. It deleted mine.
Did it really?
Yep.
Oh.
I'll just generate another one.
Oh.
Here, I can.
Dang.
Okay.
All right. Oh, did you want me to read one or something?
Well, there is one of mine that I do want you to read.
Do you want me to do it now?
Sure.
And
this
then I'll
is
read mine?
sure. This is
Or Presley.
just scroll down because it's number
So
3.
not this one.
No,
The
no,
next
it is
page.
this one.
Oh.
I'm saying just don't scroll
Start.
up. Like
Yeah.
go down, don't go up.
Start with number 3.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes,
Okay.
but anyway, this is almost like a part 2 to a story I enjoyed from last time.
Okay, so this is Evan's story, but he wants me to read it.
You'll do the voices better. I'm horrible with the voices.
So do all the voices?
Well, you'll know what to do because
Okay.
you
Okay.
read this story last time.
I'm ready.
All right. Zach was a man who loved two things above all else.
God.
His bald head and fresh peaches. He shaved his head bald to show off his peach tattoo on his scalp, and he was seen with a basket of fresh peaches in hand. Zach walks through the park with a basket of peaches in his hand. He takes a bite out of one and savors the taste. Morgan Freeman, wearing a white suit, walks up to him. Hello, Zach. How are you feeling today? I can't really do Morgan Freeman. Zach, smiling. Pretty good, Morgan. Just enjoying my peaches. Morgan says, nodding. That's good to hear. Now, have you been sleeping? I can't do his voice. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
Zach sighs. Not too well, to be honest. I keep having nightmares about that day in the field.
Oh.
Morgan says, Morgan puts a comforting hand on his shoulder. We'll get through this together, Zach. Remember, you're not alone. Suddenly, a limo pulls up beside them. Joe Biden steps out of the car. Joe,
God.
smiling. Hey there, Morgan. How's the therapy going? Morgan smiling politely. It's going well, Mr. President. Zach here is making progress. Joe looks at Zach. That's great to hear, Zach. But I actually came here for another different reason.
There's
Zach,
no way they put in the stuttering.
Zach, curiously, what's that? Joe, serious. I'm here to take back Mark. Which is in part 1 is the ostrich.
it will explain that in a
Zach is
second.
given. Zach, shocked. What? You can't take Mark away from me, Joe firmly says. I'm sorry, Zach, but you know the laws regarding exotic pets. You can't keep... You can't go away. Burger King... You can't keep a tiny ostrich in a public park.
You can't keep a tiny ostrich in a public park.
Morgan trying to defuse the situation. Now, let's all stay calm here. Joe, perhaps we can discuss this more in a private setting. But Zach is already in a frenzy. He sets down his basket of peaches and starts twerking uncontrollably. Zach screaming, "No! You can't take Mark away! He's my best friend!" as he's still twerking. Morgan Freeman says, "What is he doing?" Joe Biden, "I don't know, but I like it."
What?
Zach's dance moves are impressive, and Joe Biden can't help but be impressed. Joe Biden says, "Okay, Zach, I'll make a deal with you.
Hard pause.
If you can beat me at a dance contest, you
No.
can keep Mark."
No.
Zach, "You're on, Joe." A dance-off ensues, and Zack and Joe both show off some impressive moves. But in the end, Zack emerges as a clear winner. Joe Biden says, "Okay, you win fair and square, Zack. You can keep Mark." Zack, "Thank you, Joe. This means everything to me." Morgan Freeman smiles and says, "Looks like dancing really can solve everything."
Oh my God.
All right. I was so happy when I spit out that story.
Oh, crap.
The best part is, and that I didn't mention anything about twerking whatsoever. ChatGPT just brought that up. I said that Zack started to dance, and it came up with that.
That's
It's,
hilarious.
it wasn't just that he started to twerk; he started to twerk uncontrollably.
I'm gonna say this right now. I got a heck of a booty. If somebody ever teaches me how to twerk, it is game over.
I love that. And then Morgan Freeman, what is he doing? Joe Biden, I don't know, but I like it.
Hashtag that bald booty.
The whole booty.
Bald.
Oh, it ain't bald. It looks like Chewbacca's family portrait back there.
Oh no.
Oh man.
Woo! Presley, what
Anyway, hey guys,
Presley's turn.
this is a little story about a bald name.
Bald name.
Are these all about me?
Mine are.
I only did one about you, actually.
Okay, so all yours are about me,
Well, yeah.
Shmev?
Not all of them.
Oh my! I didn't. Okay.
You're
Dude, you're bald. What can we say?
I really wanted to do a part 2.
you're quite the character.
Go ahead, Presley.
The story is about a bald man named Zachary and a mentally disturbed man named Presley.
Oh God.
You can go ahead.
I don't know if I'm ready for this.
Zach was a bald man who owned a small antique shop on the outskirts of town.
Okay.
He was a solitary person who enjoyed spending his days surrounded by the old artifacts and stories they held. One day, a man named Presley walked into Zach's shop. Presley was a mentally disturbed man
Oh, we know that.
who had recently been released from a psychiatric institution.
Yes.
I did not tell it to add
This is
that.
a true story.
Yeah, so far, this is just real. Real life.
You used to work at a shop on the outskirts of town.
Yeah, I did.
His family had abandoned him, Presley, leaving him alone and vulnerable on the streets. Presley was immediately drawn to the vintage record player in the shop's window display. He walked inside and asked Zach how much it cost. Zach told him it was quite expensive and offered to show him some other things that might be more in his price range. Presley became agitated and began to scream and knock items off the shelf. Zach calmly approached him and asked him to calm down. Presley suddenly grabbed a vase and threw it at Zach.
Oh my.
It missed him by inches and shattered against the wall. Zach,
That was my grandmother.
Zachary was shaken, but managed to keep his cool. He slowly approached Presley and spoke to him in a calm and gentle voice. Presley began to calm down and started to explain the reason for his outburst. He told Zach about his troubled past and the difficulties he had faced. Zach listened patiently and offered Presley a job at the antique shop.
What?
He told Presley that he could work there and live in the back room in exchange for helping him keep the shop clean.
Did you at least sweep up grandma?
Yeah, I got her back in another
Put her back together.
in another vase. Presley was hesitant at first, but eventually agreed. Over the next few weeks, Presley became a fixture at the shop. He would help Zach in the inventory, clean the shop, and even play music on the vintage record player. Zach would often join in, and the two would spend hours listening to the old records and vintage stories. As time passed, Presley began to show signs of improvement. He was more relaxed, more confident, and more communicative.
Louder.
Zach had become a mentor and a friend to him, and he had finally found a place where he felt accepted and valued.
Pause.
Why? One day, Presley came to Zach with a surprise. He had written a song and wanted to play it for him. Zach was delighted and listened as Presley sang his heart out. The song was beautiful, and it spoke of the hope and dreams that Presley had held on to, even during his darkest moments.
So much happened.
I know.
Oh, is it still going?
Yeah,
Oh my gosh! How long is this story?
Two more paragraphs. From that day on, Presley became known as a singer at the antique shop. People would come from all over to listen to him sing, as the shop became a haven for people like Presley who had been cast out by society.
Oh man.
Zach had never imagined that his life would be changed by a chance encounter with a mentally disturbed man named Presley. But as he watched Presley sing, he knew that he had found a true friend and that his life would never be the same again.
There was so much happening.
Threw a vase at me?
Through grandma.
grandmother.
My grandma.
That was strange.
Wow, that was quite the story.
Wow.
Hope y'all
What'd you
enjoyed
put in
that.
for that?
Let's see.
That had to have been a long...
Write me a story about a bald man named Zack and a mentally disturbed man named Presley.
That's it?
That's it.
That's it.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
It really just
Wow, it
Took the wheel.
off. Yeah.
All right. The title of my story is called Presley Loves Protein.
Okay.
Once upon a time, there was a bearded man named Presley who was obsessed with protein. He would consume protein powder in every form possible, from shakes to bars to even snorting it like a drug.
Oh my gosh.
Presley believed that the more protein he consumed, the bigger and stronger he would become. One day, Presley's bald friend Zack noticed his obsession and expressed concern about the excessive consumption of protein powder. Presley, you need to slow down with the protein powder. It's not healthy to consume that much protein, Zack said. Presley didn't take kindly to Zack's advice and felt offended. He took out a bag of protein powder and snorted it right in front of Zack to prove his point. Zack shook his head and turned to leave, but Presley wasn't finished yet. Without warning, Presley grabbed a live pig and slapped Zack across the face with it.
What?
Zack stumbled backward in shock, trying to comprehend what just happened.
Yeah.
Presley, still in a rage, yelled, "You don't understand me, Zack. Protein is life, and I'll do whatever it takes to get more of it." Zack realized that Presley had gone too far and decided to distance himself from his friend. In the end, Presley's obsession with protein not only cost him a friend, but also caused harm to an innocent animal. He eventually realized that his behavior was not only unhealthy, but also dangerous, and sought help to overcome his addiction. Zack forgave Presley, but kept a cautious distance, hoping that his friend would get the help he needed.
Yes.
You would definitely be the person to pull out a bag of protein powder and snort it in front of me. Or take a live pig and slap me across the face with it.
Imagine getting slapped by a real life pig.
You want to see something? Well, I don't have a pig, but you want to see something funny?
What? You have protein powder?
No.
Yeah.
That'd be funny.
Aw.
I'd pay you to do that on the podcast.
Snort?
I ain't snorting it, but
Why not? It goes in the
Protein.
same way.
Presley, come on, it's protein. It's good for
Protein.
All right. All right, Leighton, what you got
ready?
for us? Yeah.
Once upon a time, there was a bald man named Zack.
My. I need to start getting paid royalties
Oh.
for how much my bald head is
Zach's
used.
gonna try to
It gets
copyright
better.
claim the
Dude,
word
it-
bald.
It
You're
gets
an
a lot
icon.
better.
I hope it gets better.
Unless everyone's talking at the same time.
Ah!
Okay. Layden. Be nice to me. What's about to happen?
I'm not saying I'm just reading what ChatGPT said.
Okay.
Once upon a time, there was a bald man named Zack
Yep.
who had a stutter.
Oh,
He was a bit self-conscious about his bald head, but he tried to make up for it with his quick wit and sense of humor.
This
That-
is just me.
Zack worked at a restaurant where he met a handsome blonde man named Leighton, who always was getting hit on by the female customers. Leighton was used to being the center of attention, but didn't let it go to his head.
I think I see.
He
where
had a
this is going.
brother named Presley who had a big bushy beard and was always joking around with his friends. One day, Zack and his coworkers were hanging out after work, and they met a new guy named Shmev. Shmev was a bit of an oddball with a strange nickname and even stranger habits. But Zack and his coworkers thought he was hilarious, and they welcomed him into their group. As they were all sitting around chatting, Evan, one of the regular customers, burst into the restaurant with a wild look in his eyes. He told them that he had witnessed a robbery at a nearby bank, and the robbers were now on the loose in the neighborhood. Zack, being the clumsy guy he was, accidentally spilled hot soup all over himself in the chaos.
That sounds about right.
I forgot about this next sentence. This caused his toupee to fall off, revealing his bald head to everyone in the room.
yes.
Embarrassed, Zack quickly grabbed his toupee and put it back on his head. Meanwhile, Leighton, being the cool guy he was, immediately sprang into action.
Yeah, fine, sure.
He grabs a nearby broomstick and rallied the rest of the group to help him search for the robbers. As I don't know. I guess to help with the toupee, but you already picked it up. I don't know. As they were combing the neighborhood, they stumbled upon a strange sight. The robbers had apparently hidden themselves inside a giant inflatable pool in someone's backyard.
Oh, of course.
Leighton and his crew quickly apprehended the robbers and turned them over to the police. As they were celebrating their victory, Zack, feeling left out, decided to show off his karate moves. Unfortunately, he accidentally kicked Leighton in the face, knocking out one of his teeth.
Oh, that was no accident.
But here's the crazy plot twist. It turns out that Leighton was actually a secret agent working for the FBI and had been on the robbers' trail all along. The tooth that Zack knocked out was actually a high-tech listening device that Leighton had been using to eavesdrop on the robbers' conversations.
Wow.
In the end, Zack may have done something stupid, but Leighton ended up being the hero of the day. As for Shmev, well, he just sat back and watched the whole face unfold with a big grin on his face.
Me right now. So I'm just, let's just get this straight. I'm just a clumsy, bald idiot who obviously can't hide it very well with my toupee. And you are just the secret FBI man who saves the day.
Who's handsome and all the
Handsome
apparently
and all the
waitresses
lady.
hit on him.
Yeah.
I love how Leighton's just like,
that be a real
Leighton is
movie?
the best person ever, right?
Yeah.
Zack is the worst person ever. Yeah.
It's hilarious.
I don't understand how you guys get your stories to be like so long.
Oh, I don't know. It just went to town. It just went to town. I didn't even have to put in much. I just said, Presley is my brother. He has a beard. Shmev has a strange nickname. I just said like, oh, he has a nickname named Shmev. I put a little more of a description with him.
Oh, we can tell.
All I put was, I put like, okay, he's bald. Just put in a stutter, and then make him just do something like stupid in the end, and then it just went
great.
crazy.
All right, Zach, you got another?
Let someone
You're
else do
welcome.
one. I gotta make one now because
Do you have one?
I mean I do have one, but it's not very good.
yeah, that's how I have two more. One of them's okay. The other one is actually, I think, funny.
Mine are like pale in comparison now because y'all got some good ones.
I do need to read the next one at some point. I just want to get to the next one.
Okay.
I want to let y'all know it's good.
I don't know if this is it's not gonna beat that.
That was fun.
No, that one
That
was,
was-
oh my gosh.
wow. Here we go. This is called Bald Man Befriends. Nope, that was the last one. The last name of the last story was Bald Man Befriends Patient. I don't know what this one is. Zack, Evan, Shmev, Presley, and Leighton were 5 best friends who grew up in a small town together. They were known. Oh, that's you guys.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
Oh,
crazy.
what a coincidence.
Wow, that's crazy. Known for their crazy antics and wild adventures, they were always up for a good time. One day, the 5 friends decided to take a road trip to Vegas. They piled into Evan's just beat up old van and they hit the road for some serious fun.
Serious fun.
I can't keep looking away. I keep losing my place. As they drove away, they sang along with their favorite and crack jokes and good songs, making each other laugh until their sides hurt. When they finally arrived in Vegas, they checked into their hotel and headed straight for the casino. They gambled and drank and partied all night long, winning and losing fortunes along the way. It's a good story.
Okay.
The next day, they decided to do some sightseeing. They visited the Hoover Dam, the Grand Canyon, and Las Vegas sign, taking goofy pictures at each location. As they walked down the strip, they were approached by a street performer dressed as Elvis Presley.
What?
Yeah, the friends were instantly drawn to him and asked if they could take a picture with him. The performer agreed. They all posed for a photo together.
That's cute, actually.
This is precious.
It's so precious.
Just as they were about to leave, the performer invited them to come to his show that evening. The friends eagerly agreed, excited to see what kind of crazy show they had in store for them. And that night, they arrived at the show and were surprised to see the performer was not just an impersonator, but he was actually named Presley.
Oh,
You're kidding me.
I'm not.
shut up.
Okay. The friends couldn't stop laughing at the coincidence as they cheered as Presley took the stage. The show was an absolute riot. Presley sang and danced and joked with the audience, and the friends just couldn't get enough. They were having so much fun that they decided to heckle Presley a little bit. Schmev started yelling out random things like, "Elvis, I love your sequin jumpsuit, and can I have your autograph?" The other friends joined in as soon as they were all shouting out ridiculous things. Presley took it all in stride and even started joking back with them. He called them on stage and gave them all a chance to sing a song with him. Zack butchered Heartbreak Hotel. While Leighton nailed Hound Dog.
I what?
Wait, what? You what? You what?
He nailed the song Hound Dog.
Oh.
Oh, I thought I nailed a dog.
No. No.
While
Oh man.
Evan and Schmeb did a hilarious duet of Jailhouse Rock.
Yeah, we did.
The friends left the show feeling happy and energized. They all agreed that this is the best night they ever had. They knew that they would never forget the hilarious Vegas adventure and the crazy coincidence of meeting Elvis Presley's namesake.
That was
Nice.
funny.
Yeah, that was
Actually,
good.
I like how in that story as well, Zach messed something up, but Leighton nailed
Leighton
it.
looked
Yeah, I
good.
nailed it.
Zach just can't escape that.
He can't escape.
I am
It
abused.
doesn't even know. Like, it doesn't even know.
Yeah.
Zach must be writing a story right
Look.
now about Leighton, the most ugly, worst person in the
Oh,
world.
screws
it's
everything
going
up.
down.
All right, Zach, let's go.
All I put
right.
in there was just write a story about, and then I put our names in. That's it.
That's
Nice.
great.
Wow.
Oh,
Just
okay.
Okay.
Let's all
One-
just breathe.
One day, on a cool summer day, Evan, the Great, decided to invite his friends over for dinner. He had oh. He hadn't
long
told
one.
his friends that he was secretly a Thai chef and had been working on a new recipe for everyone to try. When they arrived, Evan welcomed them warmly and ushered them to the dining room where he had set up a beautiful Thai feast. Of course. You're welcome. As they sat down to eat, Schmev couldn't stop talking, asking Evan endless questions about the food and ingredients. But Leighton, as usual, clumsy and an idiot, spilled some of the curry on his shirt. But Zack was there to make a joke and lighten the mood. That's right, I was there. Despite the interruptions, Evan was delighted to see his friends enjoying his food. And as they ate, talked, and laughed, Evan couldn't help but feel grateful for his friends. Schmev, who couldn't shut up, may have been very,
now that he said that, I'm not gonna let him finish the rest of the story.
Oh.
very
I'm
I'm
happy
just gonna
about
keep
the
going and
very
talk
happy
about the Dasani water.
Schmev, who wouldn't shut up, was very happy about the food. They may have been a motley crew, but they were his motley crew, and he wouldn't have had it any other way. After dinner, they all retired to the living room where they continued to chat and drink wine. Schmev, a pretty princess, was still talking, but the others didn't mind. They were enjoying each other's company and the warmth of the moment. As the night wore on, Leighton fell asleep on the couch, snoring loudly, pissing everyone off. Zack and Schmev continued to talk while Evan cleaned up the dishes. As he did so, he realized that he had the best friends he could ever ask for, even if they were a little crazy. From that day on, Evan continued to cook his secret Thai recipe for his friends, and they continued to enjoy his food and each other's company. They may have been an odd group, but they were an unbreakable one.
I have to know.
Presley wasn't in there.
What did you put for that?
So apparently I'm a secret Thai chef.
He put
which I have to
something about
say,
me.
That would be an excellent second
I
personality.
believe it.
This is what I told chat. Okay. Tell a story, GPT. Tell a story about Evan, who is a secret Thai chef, Zack, who is a devilishly handsome bald man, Leighton, who is a clumsy idiot, and Schmev, who is a beautiful princess that never knows when to stop talking.
Nice.
And Presley
And
didn't
Presley Lewis
exist.
forgot.
Presley was just in the corner
I
watching.
forgot.
He forgot
Chris was
about
also
you.
in the corner eating mac and cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
I'm ready for some mac and
And
cheese.
Presley was there too.
Yep.
You Schmev?
At the end of the
Schmev,
story,
Leighton,
and
myself.
Presley
Zach.
was there too.
You're not gonna believe it.
Oh, God.
You're not in this next one.
Oh.
Thank God.
Believe it or not, you're not in my story either.
Hey,
Yeah.
So
Don't worry.
Don't cry about it.
Guess
Okay.
what?
Hey.
I have to pee.
Okay.
Like right now?
Yeah. So can you
You can wait.
can you
I
speed
did.
read?
You can wait like 10
He's gonna
15
take as
minutes.
long as
10 minutes.
possible.
You
Pee
can
your
wait
pants?
10 minutes.
I already did. Not
Yeah.
not really.
You're wasting time.
Here we go. Leighton and Evan were on a plane heading to their vacation destination. They were excited to finally have some time off and enjoy their trip. However, things took a drastic turn when Evan declined the offer of some roasted peanuts from the flight attendant, stating that he didn't like them.
But she was hot.
Leighton,
Not as hot as the peanuts.
Leighton, who had always been a bit of a prankster, took this as an opportunity to have some fun. He began teasing Evan, urging him to try the peanuts and insisting that he would love them. But when Evan refused, Leighton took things too far.
Oh yeah.
He pushed Evan out of the plane.
It's just a prank, bro.
Evan plummeted through the sky, screaming for help. Just when he thought he was going to die, a mysterious man named Shmev appeared out of nowhere and caught him midair.
Right.
Shmev was a skilled skydiver who had been watching the whole incident unfold from above. Shmev brought Evan safely to the ground and helped him get medical attention for the injuries he had sustained during the fall. Evan was grateful to Shmev for saving his life and thanked him profusely. Meanwhile, Leighton was arrested and charged with attempted murder. The authorities couldn't believe someone would push their friend out of a plane just because they didn't like a particular snack. Leighton tried to protest his innocence, but the evidence was stacked against him. In court, Leighton was dubbed, quote, a little tangerine muffin by the judge.
What?
Who was fed up with his constant whining and excuses. Leighton was sentenced to a lengthy prison term, and Evan never spoke to him again. The incident had a profound impact on Evan. He realized that his friendship with Leighton had always been a bit of a shaky foundation, and he was grateful to have made a new friend in Shmev. Evan vowed to never take his life for granted again and treasured every moment he had with those he loved.
Holy moly.
A little tangerine muffin.
Did you put that part in? You
I
had
don't
to.
remember.
Okay.
I
Aw.
made these at like midnight last night. I was very tired.
You're all getting
That was
a
good.
little tangerine muffin. I like that.
Little tangerine muffin.
Leighton, that,
That sounds like
I
a
like how
crumble cookie flavor.
I
go
like
from the
how
hero.
as a prank he throws me off a plane.
just a prank, bro.
It's not like he got irritated at me. He's
No,
like, oh, you know what's
just a
gonna be
prank.
funny? Just
Trying to kill him. Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Oh, and
Good
Zach
thing-
was there too.
Good
Yeah.
thing Shmev was a skilled skydiver.
Yeah,
thank
thank
goodness.
God.
All
I
right.
cherish my new friendship with him.
More?
Yeah, I got one more.
And then I have one.
Presley, cry.
Bro,
Presley,
I
don't worry.
got to
you'll-
bring the attention back to Zach.
Presley, don't worry. You'll like mine. You'll like mine.
Once upon a time, there was 5 friends named Zach, Leighton, Presley, Shmev, and Leighton.
Hey,
Zach was the bald one, and unfortunately, he wasn't the sharpest tool in the shed. But the other 4 guys loved him anyway.
Oh my god.
And they decided to go on an adventure together. They packed up their bags and set on a road trip with Zach driving the car. But things started to go the wrong way because Zach didn't bother to check the gas gauge.
Zach.
And they ended up stranded in the middle of nowhere.
Zack.
Leighton and Presley tried to figure out what to do, while Shmev and Evan just sat back and watched the chaos unfold. Eventually, they were rescued by a group of friendly strangers who took them in for the night. There, they met a beautiful woman named Jennifer, who caught Zach's eye. He tried to impress her with his ridiculous jokes and even offered to shave his head bald. But nothing seemed to work. As they continued on their adventure...
Wait, she offered to shave my head?
But nothing worked.
No, but no.
Nothing worked. There was no way
You-
to shave your head.
You tried to impress her. You even offered to shave your head.
Oh.
even though he was already bald?
I guess this is how he got bald.
Okay.
Oh.
I don't know. As they continued on their adventure, they stumbled upon an abandoned mansion that looked like it had been frozen in time. But when they went inside, they found out that, that there was actually a secret laboratory where scientists have been working on a potion to make Zack immortal. Zack, being the impulsive guy he was, decided to try the potion himself.
Rub it on my head.
Yeah, but instead of becoming immortal, he started to shrink. He ended up only being a few inches tall, and his friends had to carry him around in their pocket. Despite his size, Zack continued to cause trouble, getting lost in the couch cushions and then accidentally setting off alarms. But even though he was an absolute idiot, Jennifer couldn't help but find him charming. They fell in love and decided to start a new life together, with Zack riding around in her purse.
What?
She put him in the purse. Oh my god. The rest of the gang continued their adventure without Zack, but they couldn't help but miss their bald, bumbling friend. Eventually, they stumbled upon another potion that could reverse the effects of the first one. They managed to bring Zack back to his normal size. In the end, they all went their separate ways, but never forgot the crazy adventure they had together. And Zack, the lovable idiot, always had a special place in their heart.
God.
Carried him around in her purse.
Am I nothing to y'all?
I didn't even put anything that was that hard.
I'm a bumbling idiot. I'm a bald, clumsy little son of a gun. I don't.
Jennifer loved you. She even put you in her purse.
Very impulsive.
That was my favorite part. Was the purse thing.
My hair's made out of steel.
Oh my god.
All right.
And then are we doing
Anyway.
just one last one? Because I have to read this.
Last
Yes.
one.
Yeah,
Thank,
okay.
thank goodness.
So,
Is this about me?
no, you're not in the story at all, actually.
Oh.
No. Okay. So, Presley and Shmev had been together for years, despite Presley's constant insistence that he was attracted to women. They had been living in the nuclear wasteland. They had been living in the nuclear wasteland that was once their home, ever since Layton's experimental cheese fiasco destroyed most of the world. The few people left were determined to find the greatest treasure this world had to offer, the last Sprite Cranberry, sponsored by LeBron James.
Yes, that's my favorite.
Presley and Shmev set out on their journey, braving the harsh conditions of the wasteland. They fought their way through swarms of bald people. They fought their way through swarms of bald people, mutated animals, and horrifying creatures.
It's a bald.
And every time they emerged victorious, they celebrated their success by making love to each other.
Pause.
Play.
After weeks of travel,
Hold
they
up.
finally arrived at an old temple where the last Sprite Cranberry was rumored to be kept. However, it was guarded by the evil Layton, who had no intention of letting them have
Cheese
it.
guy?
Yeah, evil. Hear that? Evil.
Do you hear him?
So,
What?
so,
It was evil.
so Layton brandished a pool noodle and warned them that he would never let them have the last Sprite Cranberry.
Made of cheese.
Yeah.
So Presley and Shmev battled valiantly against Layton's noodle, but they were no match for his fury.
Oh, okay.
This one.
As they lay defeated on the ground, Shmev remembered the block of cheese he had tucked away in his pants.
I thought that was a noodle.
He grabbed it.
mac and cheese.
He grabbed it and hurled it at Layton's face, hoping to distract him. And it worked. Layton was so overjoyed. Layton was so overjoyed by the cheese that he fell to the ground in a fit of ecstasy and passed away.
What?
Wow.
Ecstasy.
You passed away from drugs.
Presley and Shmev had won. They had defeated Layton and claimed the last Sprite Cranberry. As Presley grabbed the bottle, he shouted at the top of his lungs, "I like women!"
And then made love.
And then they made love.
No, but Shmev knew better. After Presley and Shmev seized the last Sprite Cranberry and savored its delicious, healing taste, they shared a kiss. Presley,
Give here.
No. No. Presley realized that his love for Shmev was real and true, no matter what he had thought
I knew
before.
it.
He looked into Shmev's eyes and said, "I love you no matter what." And they continued on their journey hand in hand, ready to face whatever the wasteland threw at them.
What did you put in the story generator?
I don't exactly remember, but oh gosh, I didn't even put you guys necessarily as a couple. It's just this whole story.
It just knew.
Just new.
I will say, I did put something in here about like Presley, who is insisting that he is not gay. I did put something like that in there.
Sprite cranberry too.
Yeah, I put in the Sprite Cranberry. Just
Sprite cranberry.
so many parts of that story I loved. But just Presley grabbed the bottle and shouted his lungs, "I like women."
Yeah.
Wow.
That was
Just
great.
like, wow.
All right. Well, just Presley has to pee. I guess we'll head out. But let us.
I cannot believe how put down I was during that whole thing.
No, if anything, you were lifted up.
That was funny.
Hey,
You're iconic.
my stories didn't degrade you.
Hey,
Thanks.
Neither
Mine-
mine was just a part 2.
Mine
I'll
did.
read you mine.
You beat Joe Biden in that dance twerking
I
contest.
did.
You kept Mark.
Someone needs to teach me how to twerk.
Oh, you can do it.
I could do it.
I'll teach you.
Yeah, okay.
But Presley has to pee, so I guess we'll go because he won't stop crying if we don't end it, right? Yeah. He's a crybaby. So let us know what story was your favorite. Yeah, that'd be fun. Please do it.
what a
'cause,
story
yeah.
to end on.
And then the story that's your favorite, we're gonna make into a movie.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna do a little skit, right?
No.
Probably not, but we might.
You do a skit of the last story.
Yeah.
You and Presley make love after each victory.
Yes.
Okay, but you have to actually do it, though.
Oh, I will.
It has to stay authentic.
I'll go. Hey, I'll go all in. Thank you
was
guys. We
terrible.
appreciate you. Thank you for joining us for a session of awkwardness.